Hearthstone. Today we're going to play a little bit of Rogue. I don't play a lot of Rogue at all, and that's why I wanted to play some. Really was to experience this this hero for myself a little bit. I have played a kind of few games off camera with it, and kind of a combo Rogue, which is good fun. But to be honest with you, it's not my playstyle, and I feel for my kind of introduction into Rogue, I need to do something which is similar to my kind of playstyle. So I've gone with a Cthulhu Rogue with a bit of Reno, and also kind of backed up by some super cool Rogue cards that I really, really like. So, for example, Undercity Huckster is a pretty cool 2-drop. I love Beneath the Grounds. I don't know if it's actually that good, but I really like it. I think it just throws a spanner in the works of your opponent every now and then, especially if your opponent is one who likes to draw cards. Burgle as well is another one. You just add 2 random class cards to your hand. It can be pretty good. It's good, or sometimes better than like an AI for a mage or something like that. Also, Dark Iron Skulker is an awesome card. It can just totally wipe out a zoo deck in like one turn, if you even make it to turn 5, that is. This Orti I love, especially if you draw Cthulhu with it. Shadowcaster is a really, really cool card, coupled with a Youthful Brewmaster. It's just awesome. I really like Shadowcaster. So say I could add like a 1/1 copy of Reno to my hand, and then I can play that, and it's going to do all the stuff. Then I could Youthful Brewmaster that and return it to my hand, and you can just do you can still get to do some like cool combo-y stuff with it. But ultimately, the win condition is Cthulhu. Blade of Cthulhu is a rogue Cthulhu card. So you destroy a minion and add its attack and health to Cthulhu, which can be super powerful and super great if your opponent has just launched something really big on the deck, like a rag or something like that. I also chucked in Ysera because I bought Ysera from my deck. It's a sort of an alternate win condition to a Cthulhu. Ysera can be very powerful, and if your opponent's just used up all their removal on your Cthulhu, then it could be pretty cool. I guess a Doomcaller could also have been in there, which brings back your Cthulhu once it's dead, but I very, very, very rarely use that. Never seem to. It seems to be sitting in my deck and I never just use it, so if you get your Cthulhu large enough, then it can just wipe out your opponent. So let's jump in and see how we do. I've played a couple of games with this deck to kind of varied results, but it's a deck which I'm fairly comfortable with, if that makes sense. I kind of know what value different cards have. That's my kind of problem with combo decks, is especially when you have a card like Sap, which is like a 2-cost card which returns an opponent's card to their hand. It's like, should I be using that early? Here it is, Sap. Should I be using it early? Should I be using it late? It's a tricky one, to be honest with you. I'm going to chuck Bran. And I'm going to confirm. Oh, hi, Ysera. Now, the question is, do I go for like a turn 1 Beneath the Grounds? It could be pretty useful. Let's see what we draw. I mean, it's using up 2 of my cards, but realistically, I don't know what else I would do now. This is a golden mage, so they have 500 wins with mage, right? It's a bit scary, isn't it? Was I greeting them? Yeah, might as well. Let's chuck that in there. Oh, wow, that's super cool. I have a turn 2 4/4 on play. That's pretty strong. That's why I love that card. Sometimes you're really unlucky with it and it goes late, and sometimes it goes, very well for you. poison or anything like that, so I'm generally just using my hero power to attack face and generally take out kind of low cost minions, but what would that be for 3? It's not vaporize or anything like that, I don't think. It's like a shield block or something like that, isn't it?
Here we go.
Okay, so we're doing alright, but we don't really have a lot to play. I mean, we've got some removal. We've got Sap, Salah Strike. He's at the stage where he could, I was going to say he could, so he's a Cthulhu mage, interesting. Now this is a point where I kind of feel like I should Sap, or Shadow Strike seems like a real waste. I mean, I guess I could do this, eat the 4. Play the coin. Awesome, no problem at all.
This guy's toast.
Because I was just wasting a coin to get the combo. So that's worked out pretty good for me actually. I thought that was Ice Block, the one where you can't die. So I feel like we need to go kind of fairly. Oh, that's pretty good.
Here we go.
Thanks. Lights out.
I feel like we need to go quite aggressive now. And he can't flame strike, so 6 mana to remove all of that is. So that's probably Ice Block, right? Why didn't he remove the one which costs 4? That's, yeah, I was going to say that's a weird thing. Okay, well we got pretty lucky in that game actually, to be fair, I won't deny that, with the Beneath the Grounds on turn 2. It kind of set us up for victory there. But as I said, I love that card, I think it's a great card. I totally understand why it's not going to be for everyone, but I think it's just a really fun card. It's a bit demoralising for your opponent because you can kind of just wipe their board, and then the next thing you know, you've drawn them another 4/4 you've got to worry about. So again, we're going to drop Bran and Thistle 2. I'm going to keep the backstab for some early removal. Yeah, like a backstab into an SI7 is a good combo.
The pleasure is mine.
No prep Beneath the Grounds this time. So he's a Golden Hunter as well. This is interesting that I've played 2 Golden ones already, isn't it? I don't have much to do here. Oh, I could backstab and then hero power him, yeah.
Here we go.
I do like the Golden portraits, so they are pretty cool, and the hero powers. That's interesting that I've played 2 Golden ones already now. It's quite early in the month, so it could be to do with the reset once you get to yeah, just play that.
Here we go.
Probably shouldn't have done that, but so he now knows I'm a Cthulhu rogue, but that's fine. Yeah, as I was saying, at the end of the month, it resets your. So he's a face hunter. Okay, it's fine. That's fine. I don't really have much to.
Here we go.
At the end of the month, you reset back to rank 25, but considering where you finish, you get bonus stars, which then take you down. Okay. So what just Shadow Strike, which I think seems pretty good to me. Shadow Strike Huckster.
Here we go.
Again, our Cthulhu is building up now. One card I would really love to get is the Cthulhu card, the Twin Emperors card. So what it is, if your Cthulhu is over a 10/10, then when you play this card, it summons a copy of that card, and I think it's a 4/6 with taunt, and it's a very cool. Okay, I'm alright with that. Oh my good god, Gladiator's Longbow. Well, that just that's pretty cool, isn't it, guys? I look forward to seeing his face. Well, I won't see his face, but I look forward to seeing his reaction to when I pull out the Gladiator's Longbow. I have never ever played this card before. I don't even think I own it actually. But yeah, you can just do 5 damage. So I could essentially do 10 damage to his face in 2 turns. So that's probably worth bearing in mind. I could do a 6 damage with that, 7, and then that'd be 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'd be pretty close to getting him in a couple of turns, depending on what he actually plays, obviously, but something to bear in mind. I don't know what type of hunter he is. He seemed to have been a face hunter. But okay, so I'm tempted to just sap SI7 and eviscerate, and then beneath the grounds maybe. No, it's beneath the grounds, I think. And then
Here we
we'll play it casual now. So that's 17, so I can do 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus the 4. I mean, this is kind of like over a couple of turns. So what that sap did was kind of buy us some time. So the question is now, do I just go for it? I'm going to just go for it. 14. Oh, I need to play something first.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
So let's see what he plays, because he's probably thinking now like, oh, I'm quite low on health, aren't I?
Put this apple on your head.
Interesting. That's also interesting. That's unlucky.
Hey,
See what happens when we attack him for
Here we go.
1.
Well played.
Well, that paid off, didn't it? That was such a good value Undercity Huckster, though. That's why it's a pretty cool card, actually. I've never got a card that good before from it, so fair play. But let's play another one. That was good. We kind of beat the hunter at his own game there a little bit. I think Rogue is probably a class I could get to like, because it plays on the sort of things I enjoy, which is good removal and this is alright actually. I'm actually going to keep that. Weirdly enough, I'll probably find as well, like, I've played this deck with Cthulhu maybe a couple of times before now, so it's like 4 games now, and I've never once played Cthulhu. I've spoken about this before, the way that
The pleasure is mine.
the threat of Cthulhu can sometimes be as bad as actually playing Cthulhu. Okay, well this could go wrong or it could go very well. If this hits my face, hit my face. Oh, hit my face, awesome. 50-50 chance of that going pretty well. And it did. Do we just elder?
Do you hear its call?
And then I mean, worst case scenario, if he plays something with loads of I mean what could he do? He could play the tentacles I guess, but yeah, he could do that.
Do you need a blessing?
I'm just quite tempted to just sap that, to be honest with you. And then just play something like the Beckoner. No, let's play the Twilight. Yeah, so our Cthulhu now taunts. One deck I would love to try, oh okay, it's fine. So now we played this, I think, and I guess we kind of hope that he doesn't have a lot of removal in that deck of his. That would be nice. Might not be right, but be nice.
My shield for Argon.
Okay, so he's a zoo and he's just going face. So this is now I'm tempted to just Fan of Knives Beckoner. I can't really see. Could hit something, I suppose. And then I could Brewmaster it.
Drink with me, friend.
And then I could play it again. I could have Shadow Stepped it, but I've got the Brewmaster out now. I mean, that's another 7 damage if he decides to just go face, but then I could Fan of Knives and then hit that dwarf. He's got a lot of cards though, which is a worry. I thought the old tentacles were coming. Yeah, we could be in trouble here. I mean, Fan of Knives is great, obviously, right now, but what have we got? Oh, wish I'd had that before. Oh, but I couldn't have played them all together, could I? So, never mind. What do we play now? We could. I want to kill that, but I can't. So I'll kill that, I guess. And we'll drop that there. I think I'm in trouble. My health's way too low. I need a Reno. Not being able to get rid of that Darkshire Councilman is not good.
Buying or selling.
this is not good at all. Oh, what was the point of playing? Oh, well, I guess he had to draw the card, maybe. Yeah, he had the top peddler there. That's fair enough, well played. Just didn't quite get the cards I needed, I think, there to counteract that. Maybe that early sap was a mistake as well. Did I sap it at the beginning with? I can't even remember now. Oh, whoops, I seem to have accidentally made my mouse more, well, that's actually not too bad. I accidentally pressed the button on it to make it more sensitive. Okay, Hunter. We did quite well against Hunter last time, so attempt to keep all of those apart from you, Sarah. Okay, we got sap.
The pleasure is mine.
I don't believe there's anything that I can play. If we had prep, I would definitely do the. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Oh, damn it. Okay, looks like he's just a kind of face hunter. The looks of that. I think actually what I'll do is I'll coin out this rather than the backstab. The backstab could come in handy. So we could potentially backstab and beneath the grounds next turn. We could sap and backstab or, whatever. Well, that's good. That's worked out quite well. Unless he was he going to play on the hunt, something like that? No, he didn't. Okay, cool. In which case we just played that. I could have ran Bronze Beard. I'm always okay. That's cool. We can backstab that. Yay, we won.
Incredible.
Okay. Let's play our. Question is now, do we want to waste our backstab on him? Yeah, we do. So our Cthulhu is what now? It's hey, I got a 4/4. See, I love that card. We got a 10/10 already. Can't quite hit the thing there. Never mind. And oh look, we got a chicken. It's like a kind of a mech chicken. That seems like a bit of a waste of an owl, to be completely honest with you. And a waste of a hyena as well. Never mind. It's Skulker time.
What lurks in the
Trying to think what big removal Hunter's got. They've got good individual removal, but I mean, it's not like he's got a flame strike or something. Or like one of the shaman spells. Okay, so you can get rid of my Skulker. Yeah, I think a Bran and a don't want that one there, but we want to be able to put some good damage into his face. Now we still can't call of the wild, which is good for us. And he's still got he might have the coin, but even if he did call the wild, that's good. That's a good card, yeah. That's not so clever for him. All we need now is something. It's like an eviscerating with one. Oh, well, he didn't even know that. Okay, well played, my friend. So, I think we did okay there. Obviously got beat by a zoo, but that happens a lot. So, I still to this day refuse to play zoo. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, it's much appreciated, and I shall see you guys next time.